What's up, YouTube? This is Modoc Bass Reaper coming at you for another video. Let me move the camera a little bit closer because I'm trying not to squeak the chair too much. This is me re-recording the last video to try to make it better, because apparently when I replayed the video, it picked up the chair squeaking, the camera's a sound sensitivity. That's a very strong sound sensitivity. I like my iPhone for recording videos because it can pick up sound without even being close up. Like, I don't even have to lean in and talk closer to the phone. It picks up my voice pretty good. But bear with me with the fan though. You might hear that in the background. But I'm trying not to move too much in the chair. So if you hear it squeak a little bit, I'm sorry. This is a squeaky chair. I've had it for a while. Need a new one. But let's get to the video. So I've already taken it out the box. I might as well just admit that I was gonna wait, but me having to re-record the video, you know, I was just like, I want to get this over with because I want to try out my new knife. But I will have to reach over here and show you, first of all, that knife I ordered came with a free, I had to refold it and put it back in the bag and all that. But this is a garage flag that you can hang in your garage. It's a Benchmade flag. Let's take a look, shall we? Like I said, I'm trying to do my best for this video to come out good. No hiccups in the road, or no, like, trying to not stutter. But after all, I just woke up an hour ago. I fell asleep early last night. I was gonna do it about 10 o'clock last night, because last I remember looking at the clock, it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And like I said, if you ever hear the chair squeak, I'm sorry, bear with me. It's not my fault. This chair is a little old. I've had it for a while. And this is what it looks like. Oregon City, Oregon, USA. Established since 1987. Well, I heard the company actually was formed in 1978 or 79. But the point is, that's probably the year that they, I don't know, maybe moved to Oregon City. But anyway, Benchmade's logo, knife company, yours for life. Stay sharp is what it says on the bottom. So let's lay this over here. And of course, like I said, this chair might squeak a little bit, but I'll try not to move too much. But I'm gonna throw that over there, and we're gonna dive right into the main product, which is the knife I've been wanting from Benchmade for a long time. It's very legendary to me because it's been around for 23 years. This model was introduced in 2001 originally. Doesn't mean this knife was made in 2001. It's just, it first came out, the Griptillian model. So as I mentioned the name, that's what it is, the Griptillian, the original size, the full size. The 551, and it comes in S30V steel, Griptillian, and it's a manual open. It's not a spring assist or anything. It's just your, it comes with the axis lock, of course. Benchmade's known for that. Sorry, I had to bend over to pick up the sticker. I threw it in the box, really. It wasn't originally in the box when it came in the mail. It's just when redoing the video, I threw it in the box. But so it comes, most people, if you don't know, Benchmade I like about is how they come in, your knife will come. I don't know about their fixed blades, but their pocket knives, like they're folders, they usually put it in this little cloth, like, feels like a microfiber material, little bag. I like that. You pull that up, and here you are, the full-size Griptillian. This is the drop point blade, I believe. I think that would be, because it's not clip point, it's a drop point. It's just a straight, plain edge. Clip point would mean it would have like a little curve on the tip, curve into a sharp point tip, even though that is a sharp point tip. But I'll show you in another video. I got a few video ideas for the next few days, because, you know, trying to do as many videos for the rest of 2024, you know. And but this, somebody in my, I didn't mean to squeak the chair that much. Somebody in my last knife video told me I need to show the knife more, that I make good knife videos for, I don't add my videos. Not because I don't want to, it's just I don't have the software to do so on my laptop. Eventually, I'd like to learn how to do more editing. I mean, I could, but I like to teach myself stuff like that and learn from people who know about it more than I do, you know. I learn from people that know what I'm trying to learn more than me, and I also try to teach myself. I like to teach myself too in the process. But anyway, this knife, it looks like that. Nice and slow look. Get a look through. And then on the back, instead of having a shiny satin, shiny silver, you know, pocket clip, I like that it's the same color as the knife, black, like that. I like it being blacked out like that. Not completely blacked out. If the knife was blacked out completely, the blade would have that black coated coating. And then, of course, you see the logo on the blade. And on this side, it shows the name of the person, the guy that designed that came up with this design. You know, the designer was Mel Pardue. Came up with the design. I guess he's a employee of the Benchmade company. Just like, for example, I'll talk about another knife that came out a year before this. The 940 Osborne, most people know about. It's very popular. It's well known, just like this. A lot of people who knows about Benchmade should know about this. But there's like people out there who know about Benchmade that might not know about the legendary Griptillian and the Osborne, because those two are the oldest. They continue making the model. It's been in production for 23 years, this model. And the fact that, that's amazing. Not all models last that long. Some models will be out for about 5 years, then they'll discontinue it, I guess. But I guess this is still popular amongst people. It's a classic to me. And the Osborne is a classic, so I want to get that as my next Benchmade. Two of the most classic Benchmades that's still in production today. It's not the most classic. There's models that's probably been discontinued that came out 30 years ago. But I found out the axis lock, the patent design, was introduced in 1988. So this is a unique knife though. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. Now, The only time I probably wouldn't use this knife is when I go fishing on the boat. Last thing I want to do is I go to sit it on the side of the boat, on the rail or the side, and accidentally bump it and hit it and it falls in the water. Well, there goes $150, almost literally down the drain, because the bottom of the lake doesn't have a drain, I wouldn't think, but in the water and down to the bottom of the lake, and I would be mad. But for camping and fishing on the bank and whatnot, I probably would use this, but I would carry it on the boat. I just wouldn't be using it too much, because I wouldn't want to lose it and have that chance of it falling overboard. Yeah, I'd rather lose it on land than lose it in the water, where I'm not going and jumping after it. You lose it on land, on the ground, chances are, yeah, if you go back to where you last had it, you might find it. It goes in the water, it's gonna be hard as hell, because the deeper the water, the darker the water is, so you can't really see down there. And the deepest part of the lake is 180 feet. But the area we fish at average between 30 and 60 feet. That's usually the range we fish, is anchored the boat in 30 to 60 feet of water. But again, I don't think I squeaked the chair that much in this video, but that's the knife closed. And I'll do another quick open. I like that, the snap, how it snaps like that. I like how smooth it wasn't. Too loud, but it was a smooth, but it wasn't like silent, like completely silent. A quiet snap. Stealth-like, almost. This has also been used by some military people in uniform. I've heard that this is a knife of choice when it comes to a pocket knife to carry. It's very durable. I didn't know, maybe I'm wrong on the rule, but according to what I read, I think in the military, in uniform, you can carry your own personal knife. Because if I was to go overseas, you pack what you, I guess they tell you to pack what you need, your uniform and stuff like that. I don't think you can use your own personal firearm overseas in uniform, but I think you can carry your own personal pocket knife. Because, say for example, while you're overseas, say you go to buy a knife during your downtime, your R&R, leave, whatever you want to call it, and I decide to go to a store that sells Benchmade, for example. I buy it. Well, guess what? I decide I want to carry it while I'm on duty. It's a very unique knife. As long as it functions right, I don't see why not. But I might be wrong on that rule. But I believe you can carry your own personal knife while in uniform and while overseas on the battlefield, or whatever the situation may be. Whether you're a sailor on the Navy ship, because sailors do, they'll stay at sea for 2 weeks at a time, hit a port, go back out to sea for 2 weeks, and when they hit a port, you know, pull into a port, they usually stay ported for about a day or two before fueling up, letting their sailors on board stretch their legs, needless to say, take leave for the weekend or whatever the case may be, and then they fuel up and they pull out for 2 weeks and do the same thing over and over for a 6 to 9 month period of doing that. Because you're out at sea, when you deploy in the Navy. If I was to go out to sea for 6 to 9 months, you're not out to sea for 9 months straight just sitting out there. You're import, outport, import, doing that for 9 months. A maximum of 9 months. 6 months minimum, 9 months maximum at a time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below how you liked it. Do I need to re-record this, by the way? Do anything different if I need to re-record it or anything like that? Just let me know. Until next time, I'm Modoc Bass Reaper, and until the next video, stay tuned.